Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Aaron, and I'm playing Sam Feluge.
This is Johnny, and I'm playing Chime North.
This is Jeff, and I'm playing Jerr Lan.
And this is Jeremy playing Julian. I meditate by fire, Illix.
And I am Jordan, and I am the voice that speaks from the Fire GM.
I am.
He just identified himself as God.
I move in mysterious ways.
I'm not a fan of fire.
Diabolical.
Well, the fire was consuming things.
Lots of things.
I just watched a Bollywood movie the other day. It's about fire. In the movie, they steal this guy's car, and then they find out that the car they stole belonged to a drug kingpin. So they take all the drugs out of the trunk, and they start burning it over the fire. And then the kingpin shows up and starts asking them, "So, what's going on around this fire?" And he sits down warming his hands over the fire while, like, millions of dollars worth of drugs are burning there. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That sounds like a Bollywood movie.
Yeah, it was great.
So previously on Bone Throwers Theater,
No drugs were burned.
no drugs were burned.
Drugs were involved, but no drugs were burned.
You all went back to the crater where the incident had happened. And Julian used his council-issued warrant card,
Well,
credentials.
tried to outside and was having no luck. And then, so we stuck in by sewer.
Mm-hmm. And then you investigated that for a while.
Found nothing useful.
Well, Julian found some things that were pretty useful. For Julian.
Poor Julian.
We all saw that Julian's a little unhinged.
A little.
Well, we don't know you very well, so
For the
a little
council.
unhinged for us
That's true.
could mean that you were severely unhinged.
Now, also, some of you went to Katari's apartment.
Julian went off by himself to Katari's hideout. The three others went to Katari's apartment and subverted a kidnapping. That's what it looked like.
We assume it's a fire drake. Someone who was a fire proxy.
Yeah.
It had Katari all bound and gagged and was going to
And
do
Sam
something.
unloaded a clip into the closet.
And then he flew away.
Flame on!
The fire drakes
I
are
believe-
modeled after Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four.
And then Katari took the three of us back to the Healing
Healing
Hands
Hands.
hideout.
Yes.
Jerr said, "Smells like home."
Nope. He said, "Smells like I don't want to be here."
And Julian closed off the episode by staring into the fire. He had some interesting equipment with him.
Yes, but before that, he discovered some good information as well. Followed the fire drakes, Digby and Smalls, that were ransacking Katari's hideout, back to their secret lair entrance beneath the statue of a councilman in the park. So he knows where the fire drakes go to hide out or whatever.
All right. How do you want to start off this session?
All right. It was nighttime.
It was.
Do we want to pick it up in the morning?
Let's go ahead and flash forward to the morning.
In the morning, one of the places that Julian's going, he's going to go to the police station, and he's got coffee and bagels.
Okay.
What a nice
lot
guy.
of coffee and bagels.
Not donuts. Noted.
And cream cheese.
And cream cheese.
He's got 3 different flavored cream cheeses,
Okay.
3 different types of bagels, and 3 different roasts of coffee.
How much money did he spend?
More importantly, how is he carrying it?
Magic.
He's got like 2 large bags that he just rolls in
Okay.
to the police station.
It goes up to the service desk.
Goes up to the officer behind the desk and is like, sets it down and is like, and as promised, with interest.
I see. Well, I think this is like the fastest you've paid up.
Well, I mean, last bit of information you gave me has proven to be quite helpful in my investigation. So I thought I'd pay it forward because I know I'm going to be coming back to you for some more.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure that I'm. Oh, here, let me. He goes ahead and he grabs 3 of the bagels and puts them in a drawer behind the desk. There. Now the detectives won't take those. He just grabs an entire box of Joe, slides it under his desk, and also one of the flavors of the cream cheese. I love this stuff with the cinnamon. How'd you know?
Lucky guess. I mean, I just figured a variety would be good. I'll note that for next time.
Yeah. You remember cinnamon and sugar cream cheese. That's the best.
Okay. He's going to reach into his pocket and has a slip of paper that's folded up.
Okay.
And he slides it to him and is like, next time I come around, same deal, same information.
Okay.
But I just need a different location.
Okay.
And he's purposely not very detailed with what he's saying.
Okay.
It's all there on the paper.
Would you like to verbally say what's on the paper for?
Okay, yeah, and I'm alluding to that Julian has been to the police station since the last time everybody saw him at the police station.
Gotcha.
And he has asked for information previously. What's on the slip of paper is asking for mental institutions that have recently had proxies admitted from the military base.
Okay.
And then, as he leans in and is like, same as last time, it's sort of softly a little bit to be sure that no one around can hear. It's like, as long as those areas are less surveilled by you guys, things like the cinnamon sugar cream cheese will keep rolling your way.
Okay. Give me some time. I might need a couple days to get you this information, but we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Without even looking at the paper folded up, he's saying this, and he slips it into his lapel pocket. Says, "If you ever want to stop by with some bagels, just out of the kindness of your heart, you don't have to wait until you owe us a favor."
Okay.
All right.
One last thing. He's talking again, normal tone, so everybody around him, if they're listening, can hear. It's like any update on the housing reassignment for my building. I know it's only been a couple of days, but most everybody's cleared out.
Let me go ahead and look. Illix. He opens this. He gets a giant book that looks like a phone book.
It's all the people waiting for housing.
Some papers kind of flop off the desk when he sets it down.
It's a big book.
It's a large book. Flips it open. Illix. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be in the central southwest quadrant.
Central? Huh. That's nice.
I don't know what you did, but apparently you pleased some people with some of your past work.
Counts almost like my work. Do you know when this is going to take effect?
Looks like you have until the end of this week to move out.
Okay.
And you should be reporting next Monday.
Okay, next Monday. Thank you. For the council.
For the council.
It's moving to Sam's neighborhood.
Uh-oh.
Sam's place is right there.
So you're very happy with your... It sounds like you're getting a step up.
Yeah. I'm in the center ring as opposed to near the outer wall.
You either have really pleased some people or
They want to keep a closer eye on me.
Uh-huh.
I'll let you think about which is which.
Julian knows which is what's what. And most of his speak was for the council.
Yeah, looking over your shoulder while you're saying things. I feel like that's a good spot to to jump over to some other players. Jeffrey, you're looking at me. So that means I'll call on you next. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to ignore my surroundings best I can.
You are sitting in the Healing Hands.
No, actually, I'm going to see if I can get from them whatever kind of information they have on the fire drakes.
Okay.
Walks through the door, everybody's like, Jerr!
Sometimes you wanna go.
I was going to say Woody Harrelson's behind the bar. Ted Danson is holding a baseball bat. They've saved your seat. It has your name on it on a little placard.
It's not happening.
Oh, Jerr, come on, sit down. It's right next to the bar. You walk up. They unlatch the velvet rope that they have blocking it off.
No, this is not happening.
Didn't know how much they missed you, did you?
I don't care how much they missed me.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you're now the leader.
If I remember correctly, we were saying that the Healing Hands hideout was actually sharing space with an underground newspaper.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. An underground newspaper, and it's underneath of a butcher shop
Yes.
called the Chop Shop.
Yes. You're sitting in the basement of this butcher shop, and there's a printing press over in one corner.
I would imagine that they would have like a backlog library
Okay.
of things they've printed and things they've collected.
Okay.
I would be trying to find someone that would know where they would keep information about fire drakes.
And Sam and Jerr, and Chime, excuse me, are with you? Is that correct?
Yes,
They're in
We're
the same
in there.
location. I don't know what they're doing though.
Okay. So let's go ahead and open the floor up to these two gentlemen and find out what they are doing at this point.
Well, I'm just doing the same thing of trying to figure out what the deal is with fire drakes, what information they already have, and he's also just resigned to the fact that once he ever goes home, he's gonna be arrested.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Probably murdered.
pretty much life on the run.
Yeah,
Probably murdered.
maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably murdered.
He says that looking at me like Julian's going to do it.
He's most likely to.
Out of
Mm-hmm.
the four of us.
Yeah.
Second most likely would be Sam.
That would change.
No,
Which would be Shade.
Shade.
I'd say second
Yeah.
most likely is the council, and then Shade.
What are you doing, Sam?
So initially we got to where we're at now because
Yes.
we had decided to go try to. Sam had wanted to find more signs of Choler,
Uh-huh.
and so I am going to ask Katari if she's still present.
Mhm.
If she's not, I'm going to ask around about who might have knowledge of if Choler has been seen since the explosion.
Katari is around, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Katari.
You know, we have been a little shorthanded because we were trying to fill in the cracks to some of the lower income people. You know, some of the people that the council don't deem as, how shall we say this, high priority. So we were actually focusing a lot on doing the healing part of our job description, right? I don't think we've had a chance to spare anybody to look for Troller, but I just assumed that the building falling on top of him kind of wiped him out.
We can always hope.
You're just hoping.
We've actually been down there, and there's no sign of him or his elemental.
Okay.
I'm trying to track him down, just to make sure that he's taken care of.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put a couple people on it, just so we can figure this out. I think he's dead,
Okay.
but you know, if it would put your mind at ease, we can go ahead and send a few people out. And she calls over two guys.
And the other thing, do you have any idea who it was that just tried to kidnap you? Not the organization, the person.
You would be surprised at how many recruits they have. I don't know them all off the top of my head.
We don't keep profiles of who we know are acting members of the Fire Drakes.
Look around here, right? We're sharing our secret hideout with another secret organization. Do you think we're really well funded?
Well, I know that you at least were better than this in your older days.
Talk to that one about that.
No, I mean, you, Katari, were better than this when we were together in the field.
Well, maybe I'm not actually as straight-laced as my previous job kind of made me seem. Okay, maybe I'm just a little disorganized.
Okay.
And maybe I'm not in charge
Hold
here.
on.
Who is in charge here?
That's a good question.
I'm going to sense motive.
Okay. So you're nearby enough to hear this.
Yeah. 4D.
What's your target number?
15.
Okay.
Difficulty of 15.
It's not hard.
Takes a second.
He actually
pass.
flip her off.
12.
Not 15.
The target number was 15.
So I didn't get it.
Your mind has really been on the archives that you're trying to go through at this point, so you're not really devoting your full mental attention to the questions that you're asking.
So, what did Kratari say when I asked who was in charge around here?
She said that's a good question. That was a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
Ham Delvor.
Tam Delvor. Is Tam Delvor available right now?
No, she's actually not.
She?
Yes.
Okay.
What, you think it's weird that a woman would be leading something?
I do.
Yeah, you would.
Sam would.
I do. Yeah. Okay. And that Sam's going to kind of like turn around and walk away very confused.
Okay.
Contemplatively.
So, Jeff,
Yes.
it sounds like you're looking on your own.
Yes.
Go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
Search. Ooh, I got scholar.
Scholar!
Ooh.
Oh!
Look at that. I don't know how you search.
11.
Hey, you have a +1?
Yeah.
I boosted all of his stats.
Oh, nice.
Gave him pluses.
Yes.
We've been saying this for months, Jeff. Pluses.
Well, I don't know how to do it.
You've been playing the D6
Yeah,
system longer
math.
than I have. Yeah.
It's math. Math and I do not get along.
But math will save your life.
No. Timing is everything.
Oh, God.
You rolled a 12 again?
11 was with the +1.
I think it was 11 with the +1.
So 12. 11.
11. I will take the 12.
Yeah, if you're going to give him the
it.
12.
I will gladly take the 12. If it helps my research.
You are able to find one small thing out about the fire drakes. One thing that you had not known before. You find out that they seem to be a rather new group that first were observed by the healing hands about 5 years ago.
Okay. So we don't know their actual inception date or whenever when they came into existence.
You can only know the information that you have before you. Yeah.
I want to look through and see which things the healing hands either know for a fact where Fire Drake's doing or suspect where Fire Drake's doing.
So
Like
you want to list
incidences, attacks.
Okay.
Think through my memory of things prior to see if I can be like, oh, well, they've been around a lot longer or whatever.
Okay.
If that.
The first documented appearance of the fire drakes that Healing's hands have noticed was about 5 years ago in Greenhaven, when there was actually a string of arsons that was tied in with fire drakes literature being found at the scenes where some of these bombs were made.
Have there been any other kind of like personal physical attacks or building destruction or construction destruction?
Go ahead and make it.
Like
tenement explosions.
like bridges or towers or radio towers or things like that.
Go ahead and roll the dice.
Destruction, what's your function?
Destruction, what's your function?
11.
You find a report that they actually, and this is fun because I've been waiting to pull this out of my rear end for a while now.
Oh, good.
That makes it fun.
They actually hijacked a Zeppelin that was going between Choler City and Consiglio.
Oh.
And they used it to actually attack a deep Arctic military base.
Interesting.
And that never made the news.
Well, yeah. I'm doing like my own personal knowledge check.
knowledge check, like thinking of incidences that you've heard of personally?
Yeah, and from my own memory of things like this that have happened.
Okay.
13.
There have been a few other proxy first groups that have arisen, but when they've happened in North Belisara, they've been squashed pretty quickly. So the fact that the fire drakes seem to have been around for 5 years and they've not yet been put down speaks that they might actually be a little better coordinated than some of these other groups.
I would think that the other groups would have been quashed within a year of being
a year to
presence.
6 months to a year. And typically because someone flipped. Like you would hear news stories of, and of course, official news stories only go as far as you can trust them.
Mm-hmm.
But you have heard several news stories about people who have publicly recanted before being executed. You know, reading a list of the crimes that they have committed against the state. And then like a whole string of mass arrests and executions.
Okay. So yeah, they're doing a lot better than I thought they were. They're more entrenched and better equipped and more stealthy.
Yeah.
Sam's gonna walk up, like a distracted voice, to find anything.
Yeah. They've been around for a little over 5 years. They're doing really well to keep going for that long.
Yeah. I do remember there was another group that functioned similar to their tactics that we helped put down previously in my former position.
Yeah, there have been several different groups like this in the past, but they were all quashed within a year. The fact that they've made it for 5 is kind of impressive.
Yeah, the council tends to be pretty ruthless.
Severe, yeah.
Are they anywhere other than North Belisara?
Nothing that they have says anything otherwise.
I might know someone that I can call to see if they're active in other places.
That's not a bad idea.
See if I can get in touch with them.
Okay.
All right. Sounds like a natural place to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Hey there, my name's Anthony, and I run an actual play podcast called Deep Fried Dice, where we play role-playing games. On Deep Fried Dice, we like to explore our imaginations and tell strange stories in alternate worlds, funny fantasies, and sort of epic fiction. Twice a week, we play games using genres and systems on the less traveled side of role-playing in the hopes of showing off the flexibility this hobby can provide. If you like tabletop games, bad jokes, and hearing stories, then come listen to us at www.deepfrieddice.com.
And we're back. Chime, are you finding anything interesting in the Healing Hands hideout?
Actually, I'm more interested in the printing press
Okay.
side.
Knew it.
From where I've come from, all this underground stuff is brand new to me.
Right.
And in fact, that there's an underground publication getting out to the people of the city that speaks volumes, because I knew nothing of it.
It's totally unheard of.
At least in the circles that I have always frequented. And so I'm just looking at what types of stuff that they publish and what their propaganda machine is pumping out.
Well, I'll give you a hint. They're not big fans of the council.
I figured that.
They've actually, like, some of their most recent articles have been about how people should not have to take these standardized tests to see where they will be placed in society. And that the removal of children to be placed into specific programs is a fundamental disregard for the family union and how society should be structured.
Do they have anything about the explosion?
They say that the explosion is a prime example of how the council is not actually working in the favor of the people. They say that if the council would allow for the free expression of ideas and the free exchange of information, that there would not be a rise of militant groups that would try to overthrow the government and institute their own dictums.
Chime just laughs at that because every government he's ever heard of oppresses their people in some manner.
Yes, but the council is the council. It just depends on who do you prefer oppressing you.
Yes. So They're not publishing anything mentioning specifically the fire drakes or anything like that, so they're not involved with that at all.
No, they're far more involved in criticizing the policies of the council.
Okay.
They don't like the council.
Obviously.
They want you to know that they don't like the council, and they want you to agree with them.
Yes.
You actually were saying that you knew somebody who might be able to get you more information about the fire drakes.
Yeah, so I actually, as far as people who I have worked for or had contact with in other parts of the world. And so I am going to try to contact my contact in Marnaline.
Okay. What's your contact's name?
Jolin Jenton. How do you know that name?
How do you know that name?
Dell Linden. So is there a private phone close by?
No. Why would you have a private phone in your secret base? Phones are bugged.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I don't think the people who
Are they?
have the secret base are okay with their work.
Okay, so there's no phone in this base at all.
Right, correct.
Okay.
I like these people.
They're a little more
You're not
security
dead.
conscious.
So I mean, what time is it? It's morning. I'm going to have to go in search of a phone.
Okay.
Why am I always searching for a phone? Every single episode we get together, I'm searching for a phone.
Because you have contacts.
Don't you wish the cell phones had been invented?
I guess I do.
Yeah.
Where do you want to search for a phone?
I'm going to search for I'm going to head over to the Blackbird Hotel.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to rent a room.
Okay. Shouldn't be that hard.
Okay. Approach the front desk. I would like a room, please.
Oh, yes. Can I see your identification papers?
Of course. And my papers.
Okay. And can I see your rental authorization papers?
That's nice.
I seem to have misplaced those.
Oh.
Can you tell me, is there a phone that I could use to call to get another set of papers sent my way?
Well, you could use this pre-programmed desk phone.
I don't think that'll call the number that I'm looking for.
It will call the council's numbers, though. The Bureau for the document authorization.
I'm calling specifically to the military base.
Okay, well, the military switchboard is that button right there on the phone.
On second thought, I will go ahead and visit the office in person.
Most people do.
How is the lobby laid out?
There's a bit of a lounge area, the
Yeah.
couple of couches, and a fireplace.
So this is actually like that. So the I'm assuming the desk is off to the right as I come in the front door, and then directly in front there's the hall back to the rest of the hotel rooms and stairs and all that.
And there's a giant namesake bird emblazoned behind the desk.
And this is a hotel, not a motel.
Correct. It's rather posh.
Okay.
And the restaurant is rather good. Not quite up to your standards for a place that's supposed to be at this caliber, but it was a decent dinner.
Okay. I am going to head back outside.
Okay.
Burn the building down. Are there no public payphones anywhere?
You have pre-authorized phones.
What do you mean pre-authorized phones?
Phones that you are authorized to use. To be able to use your phone, you have to enter in a code.
Okay. Knowing that, how public is the street that I'm on outside of the front of the hotel?
It is a moderately trafficked street.
So I'm going to walk to the side of the hotel. What about that side? Is it also...
It's quieter. It's more of an alley leading to the hotel's storage area, the van port for delivery.
Are there rooms on the first floor?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to wander up and down the street very slowly. Like I'm kind of pacing, but more like I'm killing time as my appearance. And I'm going to be listening at windows.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for me. Let's roll once for sneaky.
Once for shade.
Hey! He has control of shade.
Oh no.
That means shade won't go off and do nonsense.
23, 26, 30. I am 30 sneaky.
You are a sneaky
You are
little
very
guy.
sneaky.
Now let's...
or a person of indeterminate gender.
Yes. So then, for listening
Masquerading
at the
as
windows, is it a search?
Yes.
11.
So there are still some people who are like getting ready for their day, and some of them, the housekeeping crew is making their way through the building. But it does seem like maybe there are one or two rooms that are not occupied at the moment.
Okay. And I'm on the side street over here?
Correct.
How tall is the building across the street from the... Oh boy. What's about to... Is there a shadow where I'm standing?
Yes, because the lights that are installed in the dome have actually not yet been repaired.
Okay. I'm going to lean up against the wall, and the room that I think is unoccupied, I'm going to slip into it.
That's what Shade said.
And Shade actually is encouraging. He says, worst case scenario, someone's there. Best case scenario, someone's there.
Heads I win, tails they lose.
16. Oh, yeah, got it. I got it.
You might be a little OP there.
16. Yeah, we're doing. And so I slip into the room.
Okay.
Is there anybody in there?
There's a corpse.
Ooh!
Unexpected.
Definitely unexpected.
You found a corpse. We are going to go ahead and switch now to Julian.
Well, I found Julian.
I like it.
Julian, are you dead?
Not dead yet.
Around 10 in the morning, Julian had hoped that Jerr would have brought them over his way, because he has no idea where they are. He doesn't know where Katari's apartment actually was, or where they ended up afterwards. He's going to, I guess, have to do some investigation to see if he can look up Katari's apartment.
Okay.
And see where that might be in order to head over there, since it appears that no one is coming.
A bullet-riddled closet and ropes
If he
everywhere.
can find it.
And a broken window.
So,
With torch marks everywhere.
that would be investigation,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
And a corpse.
23.
You got it.
All right.
So you are able to locate a public directory, a not so public directory, at your favorite local police station.
Okay.
You know, it's like they had that giant old book of like people who were moving. They also have a book for where you people are assigned. So
It's a much smaller book.
it is. You're able to get Katari's address.
Okay. So he's going to actually head that way, but also leave a note at the drop saying that he's been to the hideout and has found her address and is now looking there for her. And then he's going to head over to Katari's,
Okay.
which is going to take a while.
You're able to make it by 12:31 in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah.
Your feet are tired, man. You do a lot of walking across the city. But the best part about it is you're like in the best shape of your life.
Okay.
And when you arrive, you find the apartment is in
Shambles.
yeah. I was going to say disrepair. Looks like there's some rope that was in the bedroom, bullet holes riddling the door to the closet, broken window. The front door is swinging open. It looks like some of the dishes have been broken. You know, all the fun things that could happen.
Scorch marks.
Yeah.
Scorch marks.
Scorch marks in the
Bedroom.
on the floor.
On the
bed?
floor, over the window frame, on the balcony outside, and also blackening the metal bars that are the safety bars.
If I remember correctly. Just remember, we got to do all this with our vision wonky
Yep.
Oh, right.
So that's a good question. When?
until about 8 o'clock in the evening. He's going to see if he can track whoever left that apartment by foot. I do have tracking.
Okay.
knowing that it's going to be difficult, I'm going to drop a fate point on it to double my dice.
Okay.
Which gives me 10d. 10d plus 4. That's 11. 2 is 33. Is 41. 45.
Just as a quick reminder of your vision.
It is infrared thermographic, but also for Julian, he can see elementals.
Did we say you see all elementals or just bonded ones?
Oh.
So you can see a black, inky smoke trail.
I wonder who that is.
That's a good question.
Julian would assume that would be Shade. So Julian's going to follow that.
Okay. Hey, you wind up at a butcher shop.
Well, that was convenient.
So he walks into the butcher shop and he still sees the trail.
And the butcher's like, can I help you?
And he shows his credentials. Julian Illix, private investigator. I am investigating a suspicious character that I have been able to track to this establishment.
There's no suspicious characters here.
Where does the smoky trail lead?
I'm imagining when you walk into the room, the butcher's bench, like, where he does the transactions, is along the left of the room. There's a bit of a queue in front of where, like, people would line up and everything.
Is it busy in there?
No, not very. Like 3 or 4 people.
Okay.
Towards the back, that is where the stairwell is to go down to the basement. And you can see the trail going down.
Okay. He leans in to be sure not to broadcast this to everybody. I can see that this individual has gone in the back and down the staircase.
What?
Yeah, the staircase right there that leads to the basement.
How can you see that? Well, I don't see... What? Is there something on the floor here? And he comes out from behind it, and he's got a cleaver. Sir, I think you should go.
I think I need to find this individual that I'm looking for.
I think you should go. You're disturbing my customers, sir.
I'm not the one waving around a butcher knife.
Sir, you need to go. And he starts motioning towards the door with the cleaver. I can't make everything easy for you.
I'm going to try to read his reaction when I say the names. It's like, individuals I'm looking for are Sam Feluge and Katari Amu.
Now, is that a magic thing?
No. Since I can't tell. Is he bonded?
Even Rod.
Even.
Odd.
Even.
It was even.
Yes. Which means?
No,
He's not bonded.
correct.
Okay. All right. And he's going to just spout out. So I can tell that you are either an innate or a common. The individuals I'm looking for are proxies. One of them, an air proxy, has gone down those steps. The other one, a earth proxy, Itaria Amu, and he's not broadcasting this loudly, most likely was with him.
His nostrils flare when you mention Katari.
And I can tell by your reaction that name, Katari, has hit a point for you. I'm an investigator. I am on task for the council.
Really?
So you can either let me to those individuals, or I can come back with some council officials.
I think you'll need to come back with some council officials.
And he leans in even further. It's like, if this establishes what I think it is, you do not want council officials here. And if it's what I think it is, I honestly don't want to bring them in here either.
If it is what you think it is, then you would be right to bring the council here. He calling your bluff.
I mean, he was halfway bluffing.
Right.
Honestly, halfway bluffing. He says, I will wait outside for 5 minutes with a kind of diabolical look on his face if nothing changes for the council, and backs out, doesn't turn around, staring him down.
A few moments later, Chime and Shoulder, while they are in the basement,
Chime and shoulder.
I mean,
Surprise!
Surprise!
Kill him now!
Chime and Jerr, as they're in the
Thank you.
In the basement. the butcher comes downstairs, and he's like, Katari, you guys, you need to clear out. The council is coming.
What are you talking about?
The council is coming. There was an investigator here, and he said that he was with the council, and that he was going to bring the council.
Let him down.
What?
What was his name?
He said his name was Julian.
Julian?
Julie Illin.
Julian Illix?
Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, we know him.
Yeah.
He threatened to bring the council here.
Yeah. So you guys, you need to pack up. You need to get the printing press moved. They're going to be here. He said 5 minutes.
Jerr laughs.
Jerr laughs. Jerr laughs.
You can't move a printing press in 5 minutes.
You can tell he's just panicking.
Jerr's gonna walk upstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chime just kind of walks upstairs and just walks out in front of the shop.
As you come out, you see Julian standing. He's almost like not even looking at you. He's like staring past at the stairwell where he saw the butcher go.
Well, Julian.
How'd you find us?
I found Sam. I had to look up where the apartment was, and I tracked Sam coming here.
That's impressive. We don't know that you can see our...
I know you.
This
This is new to Julian too, so he's not actually going to say anything about it. Just that he was able to track Sam.
You're tracking the wind itself.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
I am an investigator. So Sam and Katari here.
Katari's here. Sam went off somewhere else. He's trying to get in touch with another contact.
All right. Well, I need to talk to Katari anyway.
Come on.
We take him down the stairs. The butcher there is still trying to make people go into a panic, and
Yeah,
everybody's panicking.
the butcher is quite panicking. Yes.
Is everybody else panicking?
People who know Julian are not quite as panicked.
So everybody besides Katari.
Well, Katari has a bit of an idea of Julian. She's met him before.
So they get down the steps, and Julian sees the butcher there arguing his case.
Yes.
He comes up and just taps him on the shoulder, and he's going to actually salute at him with his gun in hand. Salutes him with the gun, says, "For the council," and kind of waves him back upstairs. Poke. And as he's going, he's like, "Maybe next time you'll listen to me. I know what I'm doing."
They all say that.
And he goes right up to Katari and is like, "Fire drakes have ransacked your hideout, looking for something."
So they were at my house and at my hideout.
What sensitive material did you have at that hideout?
It wasn't... I didn't keep a lot of sensitive information there at all, actually. It was more just a cache of food and a place to sleep.
Keep food in a box?
No?
A metal box stuffed in your mattress?
No?
Jerry's
So that's not
giving him
yours?
A funny look.
Okay, fine. So maybe with my money, funds for what we were doing, is sometimes you got to grease the wheels a little bit. Discretionary fund. Maybe I had a journal in there with some prospects' names.
So you still haven't actually said what is in that box. You said maybe it's money, maybe it's a journal.
Could have been both.
Could have been.
Yes, fine, it was both.
He pulls the box out of his coat, slaps it down on the table. It's like, "Well, you're welcome. And what is this underground place supposed to be?"
A printing press.
Really, that's what you're doing with your time, is printing, looks like
It's
propaganda.
the main headquarters for Healing Hands.
So all these people, I don't know how many people are down there, but
It's just a handful.
just a handful. We're working with you and Gaspar and Jerr, and he lumps them in with that group. And you're investigating fire drakes, correct?
Yes.
You guys know where their hideout is?
We have it narrowed down to one of the quadrants, yes.
I've got it narrowed down to what statue they can go in and out of.
Statue.
What?
Okay. That's good information. Well done.
So what's next? Do we know that Choler's dead?
Nope.
Do we know a location of Abel?
No, Abel's in the wind, so to speak.
Well, it seems that we've got some rogue elementals that could cause some major problems, plus a group of fire elementals that could cause major, major, major problems. How many are part of the fire drakes?
We believe that there's 10 cells of 10 each.
Shh.
That's a lot of fire.
You all need to step up your game.
We've got limited resources here. Trying to make your income off of selling a illicit newspaper is not really the best way to bankroll an operation.
Cheers.
Oh, you think you could do better?
Yeah, I would have people in the hospital getting paid regularly amounts that could actually help.
Well, if you want to take over, you're more than welcome to.
I am not doing that. I've already done my time, paid my dues.
But did you do the crime?
No crimes were committed on my part.
See, that's your problem, Jerr. You've never wanted to get your hands dirty.
You don't know anything about me.
I know enough.
Bottom line, fire drakes, they need to be stopped.
Oh, I agree. We're going to go ahead and cut back over to Sam. You just broke into a hotel room and found a body. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to Disneyland.
So is there anybody? Do I see anybody else immediately
Should I eat it?
Do I see anybody else in there?
No.
Okay. First things first. I'm going across the room to deadbolt the door.
Okay. I'll even let you hang out the do not disturb sign.
Okay. I'm going through his pockets.
Okay.
Is there any initial sign of like crushed skull, bullet hole to the face,
Bruising on the neck.
broken?
The face is a mottled purple. Like the lips are swollen.
Is there a tree coming out of the chest?
I saved that for you.
Well, we'll see you guys later.
I'm going through pockets.
Okay.
Did I find anything?
You find identification. You find some money.
Yes. Identification, money.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Like, what's their name?
Their name is Julian Illix.
Triclinical twin.
So you said swollen lips, face is purple.
Yep.
Bruising around the neck.
Yep.
Okay. What all information is included on our IDs? Does it include the code that we need to use for the phones?
Sure.
I am going to make a phone call using his code.
Okay.
And I'm going to call Marlene to the person whose name I do not remember.
I don't remember.
Del Linden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Calling Del Linden in Marlene about if he has actually had any activity of a group that would be similar activity to the fire drakes.
The phone rings for a very long time. And then when it answers, it's like,
Hello?
Linden, this is Sam.
Sam?
It's Sam, we worked together about 4 years ago on that one job.
Yeah. What in the five hells are you doing calling? It's 2 in the morning.
I know, I'm trying to track down some information about a group.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking that you might have actually had some experience with a group similar to this.
Okay, go ahead.
You ever find anything out about a group that employs mostly fire proxies?
Well, I mean, here, yes.
What can you tell me about that group?
Servants. Work for the government.
I'm talking a less than upstanding group.
You mean like organized crime?
Yeah.
I might have heard of something about that, but it's not a secure line.
Okay. Is there any way you can send me a package of any information you might have?
Gonna take a while to get to you.
we're talking about intercontinental here.
Yeah. By
Cross
Zeppelin or by
ocean.
boat.
By Zeppelin.
Ice crawler.
That's a cool idea.
It's actually a spider. You ride on its back.
I would say
Worst job ever.
I would say it would take at least 8 days.
Okay. I can wait 8 days. Just send it to the normal contact.
Roger Wilco.
Alright, sounds good. Thanks.
And we will go ahead and call that a session. Thank you so much for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.